rich, it requires intention. But to think and grow broke, it only requires neglect.
Have you ever asked yourself what differentiates the winners from the masses? Well, I have. And I have found that the winners are aware of a certain place within. It's referred to as the higher self. And in this higher self, there's an image of perfection, which is forever attempting to express itself in a greater way.
Alrighty.
Wants to turn their dreams into
Live, guys. What's good?
They call on this higher self. And they set about and change the world, not just for themselves, but for everyone in it.
Late night here, almost pretty much London session starting in the next hour. How's everybody doing tonight? Where's everybody tuning in from? Good morning or good evening. So, yo, nice pullback on gold. The last few hours, there was some good sell pressure. The market found rejection. Almost at 40. It almost hit 42.50, but you had some rejection here, and then market's been pulling back for the last hour. So a nice pullback's happened. We have the low down here. We have the high up here. We've had a decent pullback. We just got the last candle. Right now I'm on the 1 hour time frame. A little bit of rejection coming in already here on the last candle, 1 hour time frame here. Looks like we we might even have like an engulfing pattern there. Not the biggest, but you can see rejection just came in, so potentially we could be maybe getting like a bounce from here on gold. Potentially, we could be pushing up. So we had a nice pullback coming into London session. We had a pretty strong move up. We pretty much retraced. Yesterday was FOMC, right? So we pretty much retraced the FOMC move. I mean, we're looking at yesterday's like low over here. The low that was made, strong push up. Now we've had that correction down, which that was like the FOMC move for gold. Like gold went down and then it spiked, it went up. So that FOMC move has been retraced, right? And now I'm thinking potentially the market like wants to hold the low. Like potentially we got to move back up. It could be starting. Keep sneezing, sorry. It could be starting like from this rejection. We just had a nice rejection on the 1 hour. How's the 2 hour candle look? 2 hour. Okay, 2 hour as well. 2 hour candlestick as well. What's the 4 hour doing right now? 4 hours still could go down. Like there's still some movement. Like still bearish on the 4 hour. But now, yeah, so FOMC's been retraced. 4,200. We're still above. We got that $4,200 psychological level. I'd say, that's a nice price, nice key level we like to mark. $4,200 there. Whole number, psychological level. That's been an important price for gold. I mean, the last weeks. If you look at that price, even just if you go on the 5 minute on that price and you start out at it from here, last week's 4,200's been, a lot of action in and out of it. You can say a lot of action on that price, in and out of the price, support, some resistance. The last weeks, especially here, like a lot of action here on that, around that price, in and out of it. Some supply, some demand, some support, some resistance. We did have a strong move up that went well above $4,200 on gold yesterday with the FOMC push. We have, again, like I mentioned, retraced the FOMC movement above 4,200. Do we go back to 4,200? I mean, I don't think it has to. It just almost came close. It hit 4,204, 4,205. Really close to coming to 4,200. So I mean, like, if it doesn't hold here, you could potentially anticipate it. Like, if it doesn't hold, let's say 4211 to like 4205 area. Yeah, if it doesn't hold like the area that it's in now, like between 4211 4205, then it'll probably try to go back and retest like 4200, 4190 area, which is still the low, which is still like staying intact with the structure, even if, let's say, price doesn't hold 4211 or like this candle, the previous rejection candlestick. Then yeah, you could go down and probably still retest 4200 and get like the same movement. The structure could still stay intact. But yo, what's good? What's good? We got Germany, Los Angeles, UK, Florida. What's good? Netherlands in the house. Iowa. He said, "Bless you." Thank you. I thought it was a good idea last night to jump in some snow and then cold. Like, I was staying at a villa last night that had a jacuzzi outside, and it was like all snowy. Yeah, I thought that was a good idea to just like jump in the jacuzzi and then jump in the snow and then go in the sauna. It was crazy. That's what I did. I went and yeah, so I got a little sniffles going on. Chua, chua, chua. Yo, anyway, could have like maybe two moves setting up, like two potential like movements. Right, this is the early move for London. I'm thinking right now for London is more like, okay, let's see if I mean, let me keep 4200 marked. Seeing if the market creates like a support in here. That could be we're getting a pullback. Let's check the 15.5. Yeah, like it's a good entry right now. Even between like where price is now and like this 1 hour area. So I want to go back to the 1 hour real quick. I'm thinking this area could make support between, again, 4211, like where we are now, 4211, and even if it tries to like attack a bit lower, I'm thinking we made some like rejection here. We got that 1 hour candle that came in. Potentially this structure could like hold, or like even like come back. It was like a move back up. Even like stop loss lower here. The low. 5 minute. 5 minute has been a bit sideways now for the last couple hours here. Yeah, there could be like a 5 minute structure trying to hold here. You can see some like market structure. Looks like some accumulation. I'm thinking we push up. Whether we come back into the zone more, we'll push up, maybe hold this area. Yeah, DXY I do, yeah. So do I ever look at the DXY? Yes. And DXY had a strong bearish move. Yeah, it's bearish right now as we speak too. I mean, yesterday, very bearish day for DXY, and dollar has been dropping ever since here. This engulfing candle here, the dollar's been dropping. We just had an engulfing candle yesterday on the dollar that took out all of this range. Extreme bearish day for the dollar yesterday, and we broke down. Like, look at the DXY. I'm surprised gold hasn't like shot up like really strong, like silver. Silver shot up a lot. Dollar had a really bearish day yesterday. I mean, gold went up, but I think dollar has, like, because they had like a super bearish day yesterday, gold is possibly gonna be bullish. So this is like pullback. These are the types of pullbacks that are like when we're waiting for stuff and we want like an entry. It's like we want bigger pullbacks like this. These are good pullbacks. Like, you know, when I jumped on, I said, okay, last couple hours we've been retracing, so it's good to like never try to rush into the market. Wait for a sign of rejection, and that's like this green candle. Because pullbacks, like, you never want to be rushing into like that first candlestick that drops, that starts a pullback, thinking, oh my gosh, I gotta buy the dip right away. You can see we've had several hours down, and then we just got like a potential turning point. I think we'll hold the low. We made a strong low yesterday here. We made that low yesterday. So with the structure, I think the market will hold that low. Pushed up. We've come down. So we're pretty much like trying to just retrace FOMC's movement, but I think potentially the market will find support. And when I'm looking at something like this, like I sent a trade for those of you guys that are in the inner circle. Streaming right now just on YouTube, but we do have a active trade right now on gold for buys. Let's see how this plays out. And I mean, there could be a possible, if this setup doesn't hold, I think there would be maybe an entry for New York or closer to New York if London. So it's about to be London session. Right now it's 2 o'clock, well, 2:15 in the morning. So it's going to be London session soon. So when I'm day trading the market with gold, it's like, I look at my trades and the times I'm taking my trades. So it's like I look at this as a London session trade. And I want to see, okay, going into London session, does what I see hold? Maybe for the first couple hours of London session. That's where, like, if it doesn't, I might have another trading opportunity in New York session. Maybe I see a better entry there, a different entry, or maybe the same setup I'm kind of looking at right now just takes longer to play out and the entry comes later, more towards New York session. That's how I like to kind of think of gold, to where it can move a lot at different times of the day. See, like I said, rejection candle. If you kind of look at the 5-minute, you might see a bit of accumulation on price. So for those of you guys that know what like accumulation is, that's when, in simple terms, when price kind of starts to go sideways. When it starts to go more sideways, you can start to see like price here has been sideways for a bit. This is like what the start of like an accumulation could look like. And if the market pushes up, then most pullbacks after that would just stick for buys. Like, let's say if this is an accumulation and price pushes up, it would signal buyers are in control maybe for the given moment, the short period of time. And if this pushes up, it's times like that where you can catch like pullback entries on the 5-minute that are just going with the trend. So it might be getting a reversal in here. We have the low. We pushed up. We're getting like a retracement. This is probably like a 70% retracement already. Damn, that's weird. Oh yeah, the colors are off. It's probably like a 70% retracement. Close to 61.8. So yeah, we have gotten like decent retracement levels hit here. It's because I like the black chart at nighttime. I like to put the black. I gotta make a template here so I don't keep doing this. It's like a waste of time. Big waste of time. Yeah, we're getting like a good retracement. If the market tries to go lower, it could like if this first area doesn't hold, this first retracement area, it could try to go for what's known as like a deeper retracement. So we're getting like that. We're getting like a good halfway retracement, like a bit more than half. Oh man, where's my zero? Black. There we go. That helps. 61.8, almost 70%. So it's like that first retracement zone that could potentially hold. If this zone doesn't hold, price will just try to go for like a deeper retracement and probably again still make the same move. All right. That's what I see on gold going into like London session. London session is opening in this hour. Hopefully that makes sense. Let me know if you have any questions in the chat. I mean, some of you guys might be newer traders here. Like, I know we got a good amount of people on right now in the chat. Federal Reserve ended QT, buying back debt. I believe that's why DXY is weak. Yeah, like DXY had a stronger bearish move than like yesterday's daily candle was a strong move down. I would think with that movement yesterday, gold would have been like more bullish. So like that inverse correlation could come in. Like DXY had a strong bearish move, gold could be setting up potentially for a bullish move. Like it did move bullish, but now you got the retracement. We could potentially continue that. We do have an active trade. If you're in the inner circle, it literally did. Like look at that. We're literally on point. Look at that entry. Quick little 20 pips. Let's see what gold does for London session though. I do think like, and this is the engulfing candle right here. So when you get an engulfing candlestick, a lot of times it's going to be retraced. This is how you get entries. So for instance, here you have the green candle after a series of red candlesticks. So we've had, 1, 2, 3, 4 candles down, and then we get this green candlestick that actually, if you look at the body of it, you can see it's slightly over. It's bigger. It's engulfing, right? The body of the green candle is engulfing the previous one. It's bigger than the red candle here. It closes above it. Typically when you get a candlestick like this, and all through 2025, there's a lot of live streams where we would see candlesticks like this a lot and watch them play out real and live action. Right now, we might be witnessing one. Let's see what this candle does in the next 38 minutes. Look how it already retraced about 50% of the candle. This is how you get entries on engulfing candlesticks with gold. Any time frame. You might, the more time you spend on the charts and practice different time frames and looking, you might be more prone to seeing them on certain time frames more than the other. So typically, again, when you get you can see we have engulfing, and that's why if you look at, I called it an entry here, 4211, 4208 area. It was before the candle closed, but I figured it was going to close bullish. 42.11 is it's in profit a little bit. I'm wanting to see, and it's doing so far what I kind of anticipated so far. It's so far playing out how I kind of wanted it to. It closed bullish. This candle opened bearish. It already retraced it, so I do want to see if this candle can push up more. Maybe give a stronger push, or maybe the next two candlesticks. Starts with this candlestick, obviously. This candle, if this candle can push up, that would be good in the next like 36 minutes, because then it'd be more probable that the next candlestick continues after that. So yeah, we're looking this, like, let's see if we can find another on the hourly, like a good example of what I'm talking about. A lot of times on smaller time frames. Don't see any like this one right in front of me. Might hold though. Might hold. Might have been. Let's see. Like I said, support potentially forming in this area. There can be fake moves, yeah, in these hours. Like, you can have stuff like this. You know, you can have like movements that can come down and still reclaim like the zone. Around these hours, yeah, there could be liquidity grabs. Like, I mean, if you look here, there's support. There's support formed here, and the market goes underneath the support and it comes back up. So there's one there. Like, you could see a move down here that it comes up. I mean, when you have accumulations like this, yeah, there can always be like lower liquidity grabs or deeper retracements that will still ultimately, like, it's still probably would form, like, still hold the structure. Like, there's a structure here. And yeah, the market could try to go for like a liquidity grab, but still it would still hold that structure. I'd probably try to reclaim and come back up. Well, for me, it's looking at, okay, one setup at a time. There's a possibility this holds. It's not overthinking like, oh my gosh, what if it goes down? If it goes down, it's just being maybe prepared for where it could react again. Maybe around 4,200, 4,190s, like a bit lower. But even if the market came lower for like a liquidity grab or manipulation, it would still most likely make the same move. So yeah, I don't know how long everybody has been trading for. We're just breaking down gold right now. Not really teaching some stuff right now. If you're a brand new trader, there might be some, if you just started trading like this week or this month, there might be some confusing things that I'm saying here. If you're like a new trader and you just started trading, I would definitely check out a lot of the YouTube videos. I just posted one today. Actually, I just posted a new YouTube video today, 14 hours ago. Go check that out if you haven't. Where I break down one of the trades I caught last week, or maybe there's two trades that I break down in this one. I don't know if there's two, or there might have been two, but I'm breaking down a pretty good trade setup. Just a raw video, no editing, just me sharing the screen, nothing crazy. But from two trades, I think it was two trades I talk about here. Go watch this video. I just posted it today. Solid video. Breaking down a trade I took and a trade that a lot of my inner circle members even took. This was from last week, so I wasn't the only one who actually took this trade. Was this from last week? No, this wasn't from last week. This was from like 2 weeks ago, actually. So this wasn't even from 2 weeks ago. I think this was from like a different time. Might have been in the last 2 weeks, this trade. Well, there's actually, this one's a 17-minute one. Yeah, there's two trades in this one that I break down. Those trades were signals that I sent. So the thing about those trades is they're not just trades I'm taking on my own. They're trades that I'm sending to hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people, over 600 people. So a lot of videos. Yeah, this one's from like 2 weeks ago. That one is crazy. I think this one's from way over here. Let me see. I think it's from 11/21. There was like 2 trades I sent that day. That was, yeah, here it is. Yeah, this was from 11. Yeah, that was a big day. Literally won two trades like back to back that day. One of them moved crazy, and it was a crazy day between the 2 trades. This thing ended up pushing. New York session was just going with the trend. Go watch that video. Like, I break it down, and I even taught. It's crazy. There's a lot I break down in that because this was from literally like November. I broke it down live. I broke down one of the trades live with you guys. Sent it as a signal. Most of the trades I go over, like if you look at my YouTube channel, all the trade breakdowns are signals that I send. I'm pretty sure every single trade breakdown that I've been posting. I've been posting a few lately. There was one here, 1, 2, 3, 4. So the last 4, and I'm going to be posting a few more in the next 2 weeks. Probably like 4 more that I have. So there'll be like 8. Every single one of them are from a trade signal that I sent out. And they're solid trades, whatever the profit is. Some of the profit is bigger, some of it's smaller. I think I said in like one of the videos, like some profits are like $2,000, $3,000 days. And yeah, I think it was this video where I even asked like if you guys want me to keep posting these kind of videos. Like, yeah, this was a part of like that. Oh yeah, this is when I flipped the $1,200 to $12,000 in 3 days. This is when I flipped the 1,200 to, yeah, this is part of like when I flipped the 1,200 to 12,000. These were signals that I'm pretty sure one of these at least were signals that I sent out too. Yeah, because I'm literally, yeah, I'm pretty sure I sent these as signals. We have an active trade right now. I sent it before I streamed. For those of you guys that are in the inner circle, it's pushing up a little bit. It's a little bit in profit. Nothing crazy. Like, good entry on the engulfing retracement. Maybe it can hold. It had a nice little spike up there. Gave us like a little push. Gave us like a 30 pip, almost a 40 pip push. We'll see. FOMC's done now, so it's like finally, you know, all that's kind of out the way. Market's still like gold for the last weeks. Has just been in this rectangle pattern. I wonder if that's like how December's just gonna trade for a bit, if it's just gonna be sideways like this. We've been pretty sideways. I think silver was kind of just like that. If you go look at silver's chart, silver was just pretty sideways in here, and then it had a pretty strong breakout. If you look at silver's price right now, we're at $62 on silver. If you look at silver here, it was pretty sideways in this area, right? And we had a strong breakout. Silver's actually moving stronger right now, and even silver, you got like a little break and retest happening here. Silver was pretty sideways here. You can see the rectangle, pretty much like rectangle pattern there. And yeah, we got nice continuation on that. Gold's been, I would say, just sideways now. You can see more in like a rectangular shape, rectangular pattern. So yeah, it's like, I would think that for me, like my opinion, my bias is that like it has more demand, like it wants to break out, potentially try to go higher. Well, we got like December 11th next week. After next week, it's like, you know, market's like going to be like slow or closed. So yeah, like December has been pretty much sideways when we look at it now. The whole month has just been kind of down, up so far. So like anytime it's really pumped, there's been some sells. Anytime it pushes up higher, there's been some sells. Anytime it dumps, there's been buys, or anytime it drops lower into the zone, there's been buys. So yeah, this thing still has some time on it, this candle. Maybe it pushes up in the final closing of it. We do have, again, like I said, the rejection. Break it down one more time from what I was seeing tonight for London session. Again, we have the low down here on gold, which made a nice high like this punched up. And that was FOMC, right? We had the FOMC news. We took out this structure here, so we're trading more internally now. Trading more internally now. We have lows that went down, so we have even like potentially a big accumulation here forming on gold. Low, high. From there we came down, made a higher high. So potentially this could be the higher low, potentially. You know, we came all the way back into the FOMC move, right? We pretty much retraced. If it really wants to go, it could create a higher high. So there's demand here, like 4,200 and higher, like 4,200. It might not come back to 4,200. So that's why I'm looking for that trade here as that first retracement. I do personally think this structure will hold. I think it will go up. Even if it comes down, the overall structure will hold, I think. That's what I see, yo. Yeah, type in the chat. How long has everybody been trading for? So I've been trading for 11 years. All right, I've been trading for 11 years. Well, it's December. I mean, the market, you got to think about it. Gold just went on a historic run, right? You got to think about it. Gold just went on a historic run, right? So yeah, it's a time now where, okay, the market maybe has to put some brakes on a little bit. We can't just always go up, 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 and thinking like that. We have to adapt to the weather, the climate of the market, right? We have to adapt to things, the environment. So you have to learn at times how to pace yourself out, not be too ahead of the market, and let the market, you know, look at this, look at this, look at that. That's nice. That's nice. I did say it was good for an entry around, remember 42.11, for anybody who was listening earlier. I did say we already have an active trade at 42.11. It's in profit now. We're up about 40 pips. Let's see, does London pump? I need my other phone, yo. I need my other phone. Hold up. I'll put some of this on for a bit. I need my other phone.
If you decide to be rich today, who gonna stop you? Who?
Whatever the mind can conceive and believe, the mind can achieve.
It's the most powerful thing in the world. It's your own brain. It can work for you or against you.
The only difference between successful people and not is just how they think. Rich people think different.
Understand this. If you can see it, you don't have to know how to get it. Your life will change. See this? This is energy too. If you get on the frequency this is on, you can't stop it coming.
In order to think and grow rich, it requires intention. But to think and grow broke, it only requires neglect.
Have you ever asked yourself what differentiates the winners from the masses? Well, I have. And I have found that the winners are aware of a certain place within. It's referred to as the higher self. And in this higher self, there's an image of perfection, which is forever attempting to express itself in a greater way. When the winner wants to turn their dreams into physical realities, they call on this higher self. And they set about and change the world, not just for themselves.
And it's Thursday going into Friday, so I have another thing. I have another thing I want to go over. I didn't show. I forgot. Yeah. Thursday, Friday. Maybe reversals. Thursday, Friday push. Some of you guys know what I'm talking about. I'm pretty sure. I was thinking that too. Thursday, Friday. Maybe like reversals. Push up. You know what I'm saying? I'm dark right now. Y'all see the Christmas tree in the back? Yeah. Chill.
So it's not everything, but you really can change your own reality based on the way that you think. You attract not just what you fear, you attract what you feel, what you are, what you attract. What's on your mind?
It's like the law of physics. I don't know how anybody can disagree with that.
A power which is greater than poverty, greater than the lack of education, greater than all of your fears and superstitions combined. It is the power to take possession of your own mind and direct it to whatever ends you may desire.
You know, I always dreamed as a kid that, you know, it was possible to score 80 or 90 or 100. I always just, like, you know, had a dream. You know, like, sometimes you lay down in bed and you visualize things.
So, this is the boring part about trading. Watching your trades, chilling. And then, boom, it goes into profit. It just explodes randomly. Let's see how this hourly finishes. Can see price action, though, like how to find entries on a rejection candle. This would be... we got a really good engulfing example tonight. We don't always see these ones live. Remember this with your engulfing candles. Like, I would say, like, majority of them are going to get retraced. 50% of their body when you get an engulfing pattern. I see it on gold all the time. It's like something I can't unsee anymore. Whether it's the 1 hour chart or the 30-minute, 15, I see it. It's something I see so much that you can't. You get to a point where you can't unsee things, certain things. If you know what I'm saying. Once your eyes get trained. It's how you get like a good baseline entry, better positioning. It might not always seem like the best entries, but like think about it, like you don't want to be chasing the bottoms of candlesticks. I'd rather like confidently enter after something gives me like something to trigger me, you know, something that triggers like, yo, okay, there's a good entry here. That's strategy. So that's strategy. When it comes down, simple strategy when it comes down to it, like just waiting for entries. Applied faith. Gold might go up. So yeah, I was saying Thursday, Friday. I think like what last? I remember September's FOMC. Thursday, Friday ended up going up, and the next week just shot up. Like what gold? Look how gold was September FOMC. FOMC was September 17th, and then there was one October 29th. So right there was FOMC. Like I mean, look at the price before it. It was sideways in a way. And even kind of stayed sideways in like this pattern here, if you see. Broke up the next week, but Thursday, Friday reversed, like, and then swung into next week. What was the next FOMC? October 29th? Was it? 29th, yeah. No, it's October 29th. Yeah. And I mean, price was pretty sideways down there, and then like ended up breaking out. So I mean, like, last FOMCs, like after, like, look at there's been rallies after. Like after like swings, like big rallies, maybe we're lining up, because like we've literally just been sideways. FOMC just happened. Oof, look at that entry. We got a solid entry. Anyone in the inner circle on this stream right now? Anyone in the inner circle on this stream? I'm streaming public YouTube right now, but I know some of you guys are in the inner circle. Should be. Yo, 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 yo. Any of you guys in the chat? There it goes. We have liftoff. We have liftoff. 50 pips. There's 50 pips. We're up. But we have liftoff. We have liftoff. We have liftoff, fam. We have liftoff. Yo, we're about to hit TP. Were we gonna hit TP1 on live? If you're in the inner circle, we have liftoff. Everybody always asks me for my trades, my analysis, but when I always send a signal when I see a good one to send. I don't even know what I just put in the chat. I don't even know what that is. What did I just put? Where's gold at right now? 42.17. And I want to delete. I didn't mean to put that one. That was lame. We have liftoff. That's entry right there. I got entries right at this wick. 42.11 is where I got my entries, right at that wick. What's that right now? Like 42.11. Now it's like 70 pips. Nice move so far. But yeah, like I said, like even the 2 hour, look at the 2 hour. This might be a good London. Maybe London plays out for this trip. Nice going into New York, but if structure holds, this thing could really go up. Maybe make a high, like come back to the highs, like try to come back to the resistance. Especially if the 4 hour flips today or tomorrow, there could be a good swing up. It's probably what I'll be looking for, more or less. Anybody who got in the gold trade should be in profit. I even showed the signal here live when it was at the entry. Nice trade, nice trade. So far, we'll see. Now it's just time, like it's patience, like, you know, patience, just seeing how, like, you wait for a trade. You have the patience to wait for a trade. You got to kind of have the patience to hold a trade, let a trade play out.
The universe will figure out how to manifest that, how to bring that about in your life.
If you like scalping and you like just securing quick profit, you could scalp it. I'm going to try just holding this for maybe the next hours.
Be rich. The publishers wanted to change the title. They wanted to call it How to Get Rich. Well, I told them getting rich is easy. I mean, any fool can get rich. And any number of fools do.
I've noticed that.
But being rich,
Nice.
that's something else.
Some of you guys, I don't know, it's late. Like some of you guys, some people are gonna wake up and be like, "Damn." But I knew, like I waited today. Like I talked about, like I streamed earlier today when the market was up here. And I did say if it pulls down, like I'm gonna be looking for a trade. Like, was anybody on the stream I did like hours ago? I did a stream hours ago, randomly, but. It might seem like I randomly jump on at random times, but I'm telling you, like, I'm very in tune with the market because I've been trading for like 11 years. So I have a good feeling of when to kind of come on and look at things. You know, like I talked about this earlier tonight, you know, way earlier, like 8 hours ago. Did some training, went over some information. I think I answered a few questions at the end, but I mean, if anyone was on earlier, should remember what I broke down earlier. This, literally. It's a little laggy here. So in trading, it's like you stick to one thing, you know, at a time. You see something, you kind of just like, okay, this is what I see. This is what I see. Don't let me not chase anything else. Let's see what arrives. And I mean, gold. Honestly, like with like predicting like setups like this, like I could like literally I could have caught a sell and then now buying. I think once you spend enough time on the charts, you can literally know like where direction will go. That can be strategy, literally without even like a strategy. It's like, okay, I'm looking for buys down here. Market's probably going to go down there then. Maybe I could sell. I used to trade like that a lot years ago. When I would draw charts up like this, I would use it as a directional bias as to the way I was looking to take a trade. So yeah, now it's just like seeing how the 2 hour plays out, maybe the 4 hour. What the 4 hour does. 4 hour needs to flip. If this 4 hour comes back down, like like I said, it'll still set up. I think the structure will hold. We had a huge engulfing candle on the 4 hour, which was FOMC, and remember I said we retraced the FOMC move. It was like, yeah, this is like, so I always talk about like late Tokyo, pre-London. I mean, I'm like a night owl. I've always been like a night owl. Late Tokyo, pre-London, these times, I tend to find entries around these hours a lot with gold. Or New York session. Like early for buys at least, like there was sells. Maybe there was like, let's see what the 5 minute, if there's any like trade could have caught like on a 5 minute time frame for sells, like that break there. The eagle has taken off. It is pulling back a bit. It's probably gonna stay in this like range. Sideways, like it's built up like a range. Yeah, I think between like today, so today, like right now, you know, first attempt looking for a buy. I'm in those buys, holding. So for today and tomorrow, probably looking for this buy setup to see if it plays out. So I could be like, that's like now. So London session, If this doesn't play out, maybe in the next couple hours, doesn't give me a stronger push, then I'll probably look for the same like setup in New York session today, or like maybe the market arrives at a different entry point. I'm still gonna keep like this between now and like tomorrow. I'm gonna keep like the same bias. Look for that push up and see if this structure holds. If the market structure holds here. Because if it does, I understand this could end up being a big move up. If this holds, like if we don't, as long as we stay above this low here, as long as we stay above the low that we came from and made the higher high, as long as we stay above that, then I understand the push up, whether we push up from here or if the market comes lower and makes a push up. If it holds, it could be a big move. If that structure holds. It's like the low needs to hold. We need to hold this low for the next day, or until the market finishes basically. It could maybe be a swing if that low holds. And it's right around 4,200. Like anytime it's gone below 4,200, it's hit 4,190. So like 4,200 is a very psychological number. But like a lot of reactions have even come around 4,190. But yeah, we're probably gonna wrap it up here. Shortly. We've been on for a little bit, about an hour. Not much more to go over tonight. I just wanted to break down gold real quick for London session. I want to see how London session plays out, but we'll be back again for New York session in like 5 hours from now. What time is this? 3 a.m. So I'm going to be back on for New York session around 7:30 or like 8 o'clock. Actually, I can't even write it right now because the text is call it. So yeah, I'm gonna be back in like 5 hours from now. I'm gonna go live for New York session, which is gonna be like 8 a.m. Eastern time. There's nothing more to look at right now. Gold did just try to attempt to push up. Price does look like it's accumulating still. I'm going to give this some breathing room, watch the market. Well, I'm just going to keep an eye on this trade, see how it plays out over the next couple hours. But I'll be back on New York session today to see where gold's at. That's really going to be it. 1 hour held. Has some minutes left on it. 2 hour looks bullish at the moment. Volume's going to kick in soon. If you guys have any questions, type them in the chat before we get off. I'm going to play some music or something for a little bit here.
Once you get into this vibration, you'll start attracting things. Opportunity is just going to pop up everywhere you go.
Believe, and you shall receive.
We're going to wrap it up, though, in a few. Let me know if you guys have any questions in the chat.
That your life is exactly what you make it by your own mental attitude.
We'll be back in New York.
There is no end to what you're capable of doing. Once you get into this vibration, you'll start attracting things. Opportunity is just going to pop up everywhere you go. That's really the name of the game.
The biggest life lesson that I've learned is the power of the mind, and just how important it is to look at yourself at a high regard and to believe in yourself. I think in order to paint a bright future for yourself, you have to be able to see it in your mind. You have to believe in it, and the more you believe in it, the more your world will start to change, and the more you'll just start to see your beliefs come to pass. So
I will attract into my life what I am, not what I want. And I am capable of attracting all things that the source is capable of attracting. So that's the difference. It's like you get what you are rather than what you want.
If you're going to put your effort into something and you're going to work on something, you cannot afford the luxury of a negative thought. I'm gonna write a book. I can't afford to think that it won't sell. I'm gonna build a business. I can't afford to think that I'm not gonna get any clients.
Remember that your mental attitude is something you control outright, and you must use self-discipline until you create a thought pattern or thought habits which keep your mental attitude positive at all times. Your mental attitude is important because it acts as a magnet which attracts to you everything, every circumstance which makes you what you are and where you are.
You know, in my head, my life was always good, even when it probably wasn't, you know what I mean? And so I just keep that in my head, feel like a millionaire walking around.
He had to ask himself, am I able to do this? Well, he seemed to have that innate awareness of this higher self, this image of perfection within him, and he saw himself as a person that was actually able to take and turn the fantasy into a fact. Now, he must have been a pretty courageous guy because there were no horseless carriages in those days. But then he had to ask himself, am I willing? And you see, he had to ask himself, am I willing to accept the ridicule that I'm bound to get? Am I willing to accept the failures? Well, he said, yes, I am willing. He was willing to pay the ultimate price to turn his fantasy into a fact.
Many years ago, I read where Napoleon Hill pointed out that the imagination is the most marvelous, miraculous, inconceivably powerful force that the world has ever known. And you know, the average individual uses the imagination, if they use it at all, against themselves. They imagine what they don't want. They imagine problems coming. Let's begin to use our imagination the way God meant it to be used. It's the greatest creative faculty that we possess. And we can build anything we want with it.
I speak it, believe it, receive it. Speak it, believe it, receive it. Speak it, believe it, receive it. I can't say it enough. I speak it, believe it, receive it. Can you feel the power, the magic that I put out in the universe and then let it manifest and it draws to me? It don't get no powerful than that. My mind, I control that. My words, I speak that. My action, I display that.
You know, for me to try and change the results in my life, in other words, what's going on outside of me, without changing what's going on inside, would be just about as foolish for me to try and change the reflection of this mirror without changing my physical appearance. It's never going to happen. Well, that's what people are doing. They're trying to change something outside without changing what's going on inside.
And when you start introducing thoughts and you start thinking of thoughts as a form of perception, they're going to shape the way they're going to shape what you see. They're very going to heavily constrain what you see.
Set a goal to become a millionaire. And he said, here's why. For what it will make of you to achieve it. And I got one of the greatest classes in one sentence I've ever received in my life. Set a goal that'll make you stretch that far. For what it will make of you to achieve it.
One thing is certain. No one ever becomes very wise without the aid of self-discipline.
What is this video?
And no one ever finds peace of mind and happiness without the strict exercise of self-discipline.
Most people don't affect reality in a consistent, substantial way because
it became a way of living. So how I do every day is how I do every day. It's a discipline. It's a regimen. It was a choice I made.
And we all start out.
What is the best advice?
See if I can find it.
We all start out with a false belief about ourselves, with some untrue thing that we believe walking through our lives. I'm not worthy. I'm not lovable. I'm gonna fail. Whatever
Give me
your
a
basic
minute.
mistaken belief about yourself
In the
is,
video.
you form a personality.
Give me a minute.
The brain sees in pictures and images. It's more creative. We're moving into that alpha state. So now the door between the conscious mind and the subconscious mind opens up as we get beyond our analytical mind. And our analytical mind is actually what separates the conscious mind from the subconscious mind. So as you slow your brain waves down, you get into alpha, you're entering the operating system. And that's where you can rewrite a new program. That's where you can rehearse a new script. That's where you can begin to plan your behaviors in an intentional way.
What is the best advice?
Some people can get to the point where they're so relaxed that the body's in a light sleep, and yet they're conscious and awake, and now they're in this theta brainwave pattern. And in theta, that's a hypnotic state. We're very suggestible to our thoughts. We're very suggestible to information in that state. And that state then is where we see the most change take place. And so the person can literally change from the inside out when they learn how to get into the operating system.
All right. Let me check the chat. Consistently learning, consistently improving, believing in yourself. I mean, there's been times where, like, there's times where I've had to take, I call it like taking a step back. You know, you go through a hard time of discipline or lack of discipline. You may have to take steps back, and that's where you can kind of shape back into rhythm. I think it's really about grasping those seasons where you have rhythm to the fullest, where you have that energy. It's not about motivation, it's about discipline at the end of the day. So motivation lasts temporarily, so discipline, there's just stages you have to build it in consistently. And I think the easiest times is when you have rhythm. And it's good to take those seasons for the fullest, because you might go into phases where you lack your discipline, or maybe just things aren't lining up as you want them to. That's when it's good. Like, if you're failing, you're having a hard time trading, take a step back. You know, it's okay to take a break. I don't like to take, like, anytime I took a month off, it's kind of hard to get back into things. I think if you take a month off, like a full month off, it's like, okay, you come back, you have to catch up to where everything's at. I think in your beginning stage, it's easier to take some time off and regain energy. But at my level, with the amount of experience and knowledge I have, if I take a month off, it's like, man, I'm going to have to spend a lot of time catching up. And you stop trading for longer than a month. If you stop trading for longer than a month, you're gonna come back and be like, well, okay, where's the market at? What happened? You know, you're not gonna have forward learning experiences in that missed time. And if I look at the year of 2025, anyone who locked in 2025, good or bad, would have had a lot of years. This year alone provided, just in months, there's just in months, through the year of 2025, there was single months that provided years of experience, years of knowledge, years of information, years of just breakthroughs for a lot of people too. I seen it, I witnessed it, even for me in 2025. So I mean, if you take time off, you might just, like, it's okay to take time off. You might just miss that 1 month, that one season that could have just, like, had a change for you, where maybe you experience a certain breakthrough. I look at 2025 and I'm like, there's plenty of months and weeks, even weeks in this year, that years of knowledge, years of years of things just like lined up for me too, and I taught a lot of that stuff this year. If you guys, even with the trades that I send, like some of these experiences that we have months where we're experiencing years of knowledge, years of understanding. So it depends on the route. It depends on the path, the route you're on, the knowledge you're gaining, how the time you're putting in. That's why I do what I do, because I have people leveling up in months. They're getting years of like a level up in months. Anyone who sticks close to me, anyone who stuck close to me in the year of 2025, I can say this with confidence, in a matter of months got years of experience and leveled up to their mindset, their knowledge, their wisdom. I could say that for a lot of people. So I mean, like, it depends on also who your surroundings, who you're surrounded by too, because like there's some people who get in 1 month's time years done. Like I make in a month what an average person would take years to save, right? So a month, like, it might seem little and all, but the better you get, the more effective and efficient you become at your skill sets. Like, don't be fooled by the calendar. You know, there's only as many days in the year as you make worth. Like, one man can do in a month what some people will take years to do, right? So you can always get better, right? Too. Your disciplines that you lack right now just might become consistencies later on. Maybe just some inconsistencies you're lacking. But it's just like these things we listen to, these mentality things we listen to. It's like David Goggins talks. I think he's one of the hardest guys that talks about it a lot. Where he says, you know, it's not pretty. Like we were listening to the one last week. I was trying to find it right now, but I don't know. We were listening to it all last week. I can't find it right now. Can't find the one I'm looking for.
About it. There's no. If you sit in failure,
it's this one. It's this one. We were listening to this one all last week.
So the first part of my success was learning how to fail properly. You have no fucking idea how great you really are.
It's gonna come the part when I hear it. We'll listen to it. But the road to like success, it's not always gonna be. It's not gonna be sunshine and rainbows. It's not supposed to be. There's a good part that he says. When I hear it, I'm gonna play it louder.
Just a metaphor for life. When you lace them motherfuckers up every day, pretty soon you win. Pretty soon you win.
Where we at? Where'd the chat go? I lost the chat. I was about to wrap it up, but then I went off there.
The hack is gonna fucking suck. And that's what I realized. That's what I realized. Life.
I want to take a break.
I didn't want to come on here and talk about no fucking passion and purpose and how to get the fuck out of bed, how to hit a fucking alarm clock, all this catchphrase bullshit.
Cause then it's like going to the gym.
That wasn't how I lived. That wasn't how I lived. I woke up like every human being does and goes, fuck, man, I'm a fucking piece of shit today.
I like this one. This one goes hard, yo. If you listen to this one, like I've been listening to this like every day.
No override button. It's the conversation in your fucking in your head. So how do you do that? We don't have enough of these conversations about the real conversation that every human being is having.
What's Gold doing?
And they have no idea how to get out of it, but they do.
Come on, Lee. Come on, Lee.
You gotta build your will. Most people are missing something because they don't know.
We're just getting ready right now. So what I like to do this time of the year is really just harness my energy. This time of the year is, so I've been 11 years now, and I'll tell you, like, this time of the year is usually kind of the same for me. Seems like a slower season. Maybe not even just with the markets, maybe even within yourself. This time of the year might slow down. You get to the holidays, you get maybe comfortable, you know, the New Year's coming and stuff like that. It's usually like the energy around this time of the year that the world kind of carries, even like your surroundings may be like that as well. Maybe it's more of a gray time of the year, a shallow, slower time. Markets, I know some people I could see in the chat were saying markets are slow. Feel like the market's lost a heartbeat. I even saw in Discord some people are saying markets seem slow. Yeah, that could be the December market. One thing if we were to say about the markets, but even with just life in general, you might have like times of the year where it's like a slow season for you. So what do I like to do this time of the year? I like to think of it a time of the year where I just like to harness my energy. I like to do little but effectively this time of the year. I like to be consistent, and I'm still going to the gym, I'm still training, I'm still streaming. But I like to kind of propel myself to move a bit. This time of the year, I find, is a good time of the year when we were talking before to take that step back, especially if you're someone like me who has the working attitude. You guys see how much I stream and stuff. So this time of the year, I like to, I don't know if you could call it like hibernate a bit. So I like to sleep a bit more than usual. Maybe get on purpose a little bit more comfortable sometimes than usual, just to kind of give myself that more like propelling going into that like new year of January, February, March, kicking back into action. You'll see in the next like weeks I'm gonna be hella active, kicking back into action again soon. Yo, yeah. Anyone who, so 2026 is around the corner. Anyone who's stuck close to me in 2025 definitely gain some knowledge, some wisdom, something. There's always something that you might understand you're lacking from someone else's perspectives and stuff too. I mean, money's not everything. I've made millions and millions of dollars. I've lost millions in a day. I've made millions in a day. I've been there, done that. It's not all about the money. Before the money comes, like before you even get the money, before you even touch your first 6 figures or 7 figures, multiple 7 figures, whatever you're aiming for, it's really about the mentality. So even before that first 6 figures, because 6 figures obviously comes before 7, right? Even before that, it's really about the mentality that you shape before you even have that money, before that money even comes, the mentality that you have. You already have to be thinking like a millionaire. You already have to be shaping that for yourself. Oh, did I pause it? Where's the chat? So, yo, type in the chat if you guys got value tonight, if you guys learned something. Gold, what is gold doing? It's just moving up and down a bit.
And I was willing to give everything to do that.
Still have an active trade on gold. Let's see. It just gave us a nice push up, and then we pulled back to 42.15. London session came in with a little volume there, up and down. But the price is still sideways. It's like in that range. You can see we're still in this range. Looks kind of like a head and shoulders accumulation to me. Those moving averages are crossing over a bit. Doesn't look bad. Like it could still hold. I think it could still hold for London. If not, we'll see if maybe there's another setup in New York session, but where y'all at? Where y'all at? Where y'all at in the chat? Let's wrap this session up. Nobody had really only one question, so I just kind of went in depth on that answer. You're trading nice, 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 nice. Check out the new videos on YouTube if you haven't seen them. January, we're just gonna do like we did last year. Last year, I was pretty much just streaming every day, and some long sessions too. But we're just gonna kick it off. Just stream a lot. Look at the markets. New York session, Tokyo session. I think from January, February, March, all the way until April. That's like I want to be on the market a lot for that first quarter of the year. Because I think like it's December now, and like gold is going to be interesting. I think in the first quarter of the year, like it's already been interesting, but like it's been above $4,000 now for some months, like 2 months almost, pretty much. If gold can go to 4,500 this year, that would be crazy. 4,600, 45, 4,600. Like it already made it to 4,380, and this, I think gold will go up the same reasons in 2026 as like that it went up in 2025. Gold went up in 2025. There's a lot of reasons why it went up. I think 2026 it will go up because of the same reasons that it went up in 2025. Yeah, so the setup is still holding for any of you guys that got in. Yo, you guys ain't saying much in the chat, so I'm out. I'm gonna wrap it up. I don't even know where the chat went. Pretty much lost it at this point. Yep, it's gone. GG. GG. Yo, you guys heard myself there. I'm out. Yo, gonna wrap it up. Gold's still holding. There's a good rejection on the 2 hour, by the way. There's a 2 hour forex.com. Yeah, what's the 4 hour look like? 4 hours still kind of bearish, but could flip. Could flip. Looks like 42.10 held. And basically, like, everyone who was looking at break and retest here, like, look at it. It looks like a break and retest, too, on the 4 hour. With this resistance. Break and retest. If that flips, that could be a promising move up. If that holds, if everything we talked about, we got that too. That everything that we already talked about, and now even that, we have like that resistance there to the left. Potentially that could hold, or like I said, remember, like if the market wants to go for like a deeper retracement, there could be one more. I still think we have a good move setting up on gold. Doesn't look bad. Doesn't look bad. Waiting for it to explode. Yeah, someone said in the chat. Pretty much, I think so. Like if this thing can break up, like it's already. If you look at the 5 minute here, you can look at a 5 minute chart, and this is like where this would be like scalping 101 right here. What I'm about to go over 5 minute, like. Break and retest. whole numbers. So what whole numbers? Well, here you have like 42.15. I mean, like this could be any time frame, but it's a 5-minute chart. Like we're used to, like some of you guys are more probably used to like a 1 hour, 30-minute chart with these types of things. You can see the way price is kind of moving already, coming into London, like pushed up here, made some resistance at this previous support area, pushed up again, pulled back, pushed up again, pulled back. So you got a nice little 5-minute trend here on gold, looking like it's trying to push up potentially, and at the same time it looks like accumulation. But like I said, I'm out. Probably gonna go play some Call of Duty for a bit, to be honest, and eat some chicken tenders. That's the life. Well, I'll live it. Yeah, that's the life right there. Yeah, a little slow. Market's I'd say it's a little slow, but really, like in 1 hour, this thing could just kick up. Like it's a little slow, but looks like we do have like some trend. You have resistance here. Like it might try to break through the resistance. We got like a mini 5-minute trend going on here. Could try to break above, retest that. Gold could be something you quickly trade in and out. Like you could, there's like quick scalps with it that will go like a quick 50 pips, 40 pips at times. Like not always the biggest moves, but they can be quick for the pips that they do deliver. Whether it's like a 40 pip move or even like a 50, 60, 70 pip move, you can see there. It could deliver those quick moves in a session, in a time. Where it's like you can get in and out and try to re-enter other moves. Like that would be like pure scalping. Like scalping would be like catching moves like this. You're not looking for a huge risk to reward because like the moves can add up and they can be quick, like smaller stop loss size, and you never know, like you could always maybe even catch that bigger trade. But like scalping with gold, if you're scalping gold, you're taking, you know, a good amount of trades through the days. Like it's about just like quick reaction, not looking for like a huge risk to reward trade. Like you're getting like quick reaction. There's like 3 trades there. Like let's say if it comes up and it pulls back and like you get like a buy entry and it reacts within like 15 minutes, or one candle gives you like a solid reaction. In and out types of moves can be very, very possible on gold. Like that are quick, using like simple stuff that could, like simple but clear. Like if you're looking for clear, like this is resistance, breaks resistance, retests. So break and retest, as clear as that, you know, clear. Like you want something to be clear if you're looking for a trade. If it's not like clear and it doesn't look good, when I say clear, I mean like good. There. Be out. I'll see everybody tomorrow. Next stream, New York session. We'll see where gold's at, but we'll be live again tomorrow. Peace, peace, peace. That's gonna be it for the night, yo. See y'all in the motherfucking morning. I'm still holding. I'm still in gold. Want to see, like, so far it went well. It did what I expected. I'm still holding. I want to see like what happens in the next hour or two here. Next 1 to 2 hours. Give it a little bit more time and see. What's silver doing? Silver's even kind of pushing up right now. Silver has a green candle. Silver looks bullish. Silver had like a One of those. Boom. Boom. Silver, if silver looks like it could push up, right? Look at the 2 hour. Like it is at the moment. Maybe that holds. That could push up. I'm still holding, so I'm gonna keep holding it. Patience, gonna hold it for a bit, couple more hours. If it pulls back to 4,200, probably, like, I think it would have another entry. Because the idea is that this low holds for gold today. Even looks like accumulation right now, like 15 minutes doing like a, look at what just happened on a 15. Break and retest, kind of here on a 15. Right here, 15. Which we can also see on the 5. Which is like a bigger zone on the 15 as well here. Looks bullish to me overall. Price even on the 15. Could potentially just flip up within these hours. That's how price could move. Like when you're in trades in these hours. If you're in a trade, like I'm in at 42.11 around here. If you're in a trade in these hours, it could be like within like a 30-minute span. You know, you get like a push up in price, or like an hour. Within these next, I would say 2 hours. If it comes to 4,200, because like I was saying, the idea is that this low holds. Like I want to see today, like if this low can hold overall, which is around 4,200 as well. That would be like a different setup. Like the setup that is like active right now is with this rejection candle, like this area, trying to see if this area keeps the support and pushes up. But if the market goes for like a deeper retracement, there could be another zone and still like the same move in price. But yo, I've said I'm out like 7 times, so that's it. Was listening to, I got into the personal development there. Was listening to the personal development, and that kept me on a bit longer. Yeah, I'm still holding. No, yeah, I'm still in. Trying to hold, see if it goes for a bit, maybe a couple hours. There's probably others still in. 2 hour, look at the 2 hour. 2 hour, this is Olanda's 2 hour. So like forex.com has a 2 hour opening. I like the 2 hour too. For those of you guys that might be seeing like 2 hour, what's that? 2 hours is a good time frame. 2 hour here, rejected bullish. Potentially next 2 hour goes up. That's still like, so yeah, this could still have like out like at 90 minutes, 2 hours. See where this thing's at. But yo, everybody jump on COD. I'm gonna go play some Call of Duty. Literally for a little bit. Eat some chicken tenders. I got chicken tenders. Chicken tenders, Call of Duty. That's the mood I'm on right now. For the next hour. I'll give it a little hour.